Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. A moment of great pride, the anthems. Camavinga making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
And that gets things running. And here's Haaland.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Oh, what a climb! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Saka.
Oh, great feat, that.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Drogba. And it's Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Zanetti delete gets big! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Saka chasing after it. Now it's Hazard. And he's picked it up out wide. Aimed in towards the sun. Mighty effort! Another fruitless header.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Subimendi. Incapuyi. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now Timber. Now it's Saka. Great vision. Great ball if he can get there. And that is out of play. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Bellingham has created one goal already. White.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
And here's Bellingham. That's very neat. And it's Rijkaard. Trossard proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Ødegaard. Saka picks it up out wide. And that's played in low. Cleared without hesitation. Drogba. And it's Rijkaard. Camavinga. Indonesia are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it out wide. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Spread neatly. Rice. Drogba. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Ødegaard. Rice. Zubimendi. Timber. And it's Ødegaard. The less said about that pass, the better. Zanetti. Bellingham, he has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Saka receives it in a wide position. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Haaland. And this is Drogba. Over to the left. Tries the cross. And that's a goal kick.
Indonesia really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Zubimendi for Rice. 5 minutes till the break.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And here's Saka. Camavinga. Drogba, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gone behind for a goal kick.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Zubimendi. That's a good ball out wide. Back towards the middle. He's on it, can he get away? Trossard.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Indonesia have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Indonesia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
He's found the way through, and he was alert to it. Camavinga. Drogba looking understandably energised after his goal. And he's lost his man here. Haaland! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Indonesia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Subimendi, out to the left it goes, and that has left him in a heap. Rijkaard, Zanetti, and it's Drogba. Now it's Bellingham. He is through here. Great chance! It's hit the upright, and he thumps it clear.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Trossard. Gabriel Jesus. Indonesia needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some resolute defending there.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's going for goal! It's anyone's ball now. It's not an especially good pass, that. Ukapuyi. Rice. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's a promising position. Cleared away. And it's Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Saka. Arsenal finding their passes. And it's Timber. Referee's given a throw. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Nicely worked. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Indonesia couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Rice. Into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Haaland. Haaland. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Martinelli gets into a good position. Ødegaard. Out to the right.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Haaland. He can get that clear.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Haaland. Now it's Bellingham. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Timber. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Martinelli. Rijkaard. Ødegaard. Now it's Saka. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Timber's cross. Oh, smashing! Oh, it rattles the bar. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
There will be 1 minute added time.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And it's Ødegaard. Played out towards the right wing. Saka. That is good strength. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that is as far as it goes. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and
Hello,
I'm ready to rumble.
Welcome to today's match. And please welcome...
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. A moment of great pride, the anthems.
And this is now today's lineup.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
So off we go then. Vitinha. And this is Inzaghi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Clayson. He has found the way through. That's a good ball out wide. And he was alert to it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Delaney, It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. That has not gone well. Hazard puts his foot on the gas. He's found the way through. Hazard! It's off target and by quite a way.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Delaney. Clayson. Spread it left. Adams spots it and intercepts. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. So we're still where we started right now. Back towards the middle. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And this is Inzaghi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hazard. Zanetti. Zanetti delivered. Terrific header! Forward it goes. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. Lukaku. Camavinga. And it's Inzaghi. And that has been cleared. And they're back on the ball again. And he's picked it up out wide. Cleared away. Lukaku. Delaney. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Good ball, good take. Clayson. White. Pass somewhat off target. Lukaku. And he shoots! Zanetti. And it's Vitinha. Here's Vitinha. Camavinga. Oh, good spread. Bernardo Silva in acres of space out wide. Oh, what a climb! There it is! The breakthrough strike! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Indonesia have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hazard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Hazard. And he's there to belt it away. Zanetti. Vitinha. Looking tidy in possession here. And that is expertly dealt with. Indonesia leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Vitinha. Shot a goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Vitinha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Clayson with the clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now this could be a chance. He shifted it to the flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's managed to get free. Time and again they are repelled. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. But this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Indonesia leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Gray goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Delaney. Clayson. To Delaney. Clayson. And he's forced to go back. And that's another good win of the ball. Camavinga. Vitinha out to the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Gets his head on it! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Delaney, out to the left it goes. Nice sequence of passes this.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Mukoko have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they'll have to get the numbers right in hoping to keep him quiet because he's a really big threat.
Clayson played out towards the right wing. Camavinga did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's in plenty of space here. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he thumps it clear. Wriggles his way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Clayson. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Clayson. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Camavinga. Now he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Delaney. Distributed tidily. Delaney. Foot in. Indonesia are looking to break at pace. Clayson. Mukoko. And it's made its way to him. Vitinha. And the counter is on. Now it's Hazard. He can run onto that. He's in a good position. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So here comes the substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
A case now of complete control.
Coming on the field.
He's a sharp little ball here. Creon cuts it out. Camavinga. Bernardo Silva looking to run onto it. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Clayson. That's an imaginative pass. He is through here, and he's got his cross in. Ter Stegen deals with that nice and simple.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Opts for safety. That's a good ball out wide. Can he get it through? Tries a shot! Hazard. And that is that. Indonesia really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And it's made its way to him. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That has been cut short. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Haaland. Knocks it into space. Okazaki has it out wide and in space. Terrific header! Oh, he's been caught napping. Harmlessly behind. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Palmer. Oh, good spread. And it's Bernardo Silva. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Out towards the flank. It's run loose here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Keeper's dealt with that. Played back in. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Cleared without hesitation. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's got full. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. White. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Plays the return pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Knocks it out wide. That's a sharp pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, sweet feet. Hoisted in. Now, who's going to be first to this?
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Rodri. Palmer. Shifted it to the flank. That's tidy. Looking to go deep. Chance! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Opts for safety. And it's been shipped out wide. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Palmer. Saka. Great vision. It's played through for him. He's on Saka! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Clark. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. That's good play. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Indonesia really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Here we go again.
Indonesia clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Just eases him off the ball. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, it's played into the area. And out it comes again. Haaland. It's a pretty loose pass. Wriggles his way through. Now that's a lovely exchange. Cross flung in towards the middle.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Palmer. And Adams. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. White. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
And the counter is on. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Palmer. Saka. Now it's Haaland. That has been slung wide. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Clark. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Saka. Now it's Palmer. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And here's Saka. That is lovely. The ball has bounced. Okazaki! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Okazaki actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Quality ball. Clark. He's in a great position here. Oh, nice touch. Can he get on the end of this?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, he's played it in low. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Now he's off and running. Indonesia are still in search of that breakthrough goal. Okazaki is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And it's played in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And he's there to get it away.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 3, Bernardo Silva. Coming on the field.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, Red, nice interception.
There will be 1 minute.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Saka. And it's Palmer. Oh, good spread. Now it's Okazaki. Played out wide. And here's Haaland. Gets into some space. Cleared without hesitation. And we're done. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Ipswich finding their passes. That's very neat. De Bruyne. Berbatov. Rodri. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
White. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Toma. And he skips past his man. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, that's well spotted. First quarter of an hour gone.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
White. Rodri. Indonesia looking to pass their way through. But this is Van Nistelrooy. He's cut it out. And it's De Bruyne. Ipswich applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Ball driven towards the far post. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Takes aim and crosses.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And this is Berbatov. Bernardo Silva, up he goes! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Matsusiwa. Taylor. Hurst. He's in a great position here. Now, can they get him away? And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. De Bruyne. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Toma. He has found the way through. Now De Bruyne. He rises! And that's caused a worry or two. Adams. And it's De Bruyne. Mitoma. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Taylor. Hurst. Adams. And it's De Bruyne. Played out to the right. Hurst. Taylor. Out towards the flank. That's good play. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
De Bruyne does really well to win the ball there. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. White. Rodri.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's definitely not his best. He is through here. Plays it across. And he's there to clear it. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Bernardo Silva. Van Nistelrooy. Pinches it off him. Hurst. And it's Matusiwa. Can he get it through? Oh, played through for the wide man. De Bruyne. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bernardo Silva. And he's got tall. Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending. Indonesia couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Bernardo Silva. White. And here's Bernardo Silva. That is good strength. Ipswich choosing to make the first change.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal
Coming
now.
on to replace him is number 3.
De Bruyne being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Taylor. Clark. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. White. Bernardo Silva is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He's looking wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Davis. Aimed beyond the defence. Gets into some space. And he lines up a cross. Adams attempts a clearance.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's had a shot! It's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, he likes those, doesn't he? That's another one for his collection.
Number 23.
We have got changes
Number
here
9.
from both sides, in fact.
Coming on the field.
So the
Number
first
29.
goal of the game.
Number
Well, Peter, the
31.
manager's all
Substitution
smiles,
taking
but he's got a
place.
big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Indonesia leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Palmer. The final 5 minutes. He shifted it to the flank. Very much into the last knockings. It's a promising position.
Indonesia nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And it's Rodri. Looking to play him in. Big chance! And he hits the net. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Indonesia could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. That's that, the end. Indonesia are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Berbatov claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.